Hi, this is Sam Hicks from Camas High School. Now we're going to dig into assignments and announcements. To share something with your class, go to the stream, click here, add what you want to share, post. Should you attempt to have a conversation with your students using the classroom stream, one of the things that you can do is you can create an etiquette where you and your students will use plus, and then the student's name, you just start typing it, and then the email address will pop up, and you can click it, and then you hit comment. So whenever you tag someone like that, and any person in your classroom, all they do is they hit the plus, and they start typing their name, will pop up, and you can select them. And anytime you do that, they'll get a notification that they were specifically called out in the comment there. It's important to note that these are not private comments. There are private comments in Google Classroom, but these aren't those. So anything you put here in the stream will be seen by everyone. To create an assignment, click on Classwork, click on Plus Create. There's several different types of assignments. Right now we're going to talk about assignment. Here you can provide a title. You can write instructions. You can create new Google documents, slides, sheets, drawings, and forms that you wish to attach to the assignment. You can also use the add feature to add YouTube video links, attach documents from your computer, provide a link to a site on the internet, or to attach something from Google Drive. It will default to your recent documents. So if you currently have the document open, or if you have recently opened it, it should be easier to find. You can also search your drive up here. Double clicking will attach the document. When adding something from my Google Drive, say for example this spreadsheet, I have three options in how I wish to share it with my students. I can create it as a students can view file. Often I'll do this with something like a PDF, resources, things that I just want them to be able to access, but I don't particularly want them to be able to submit any work on. I might, if I wanted everyone collaborating in the same document, use the students can edit file. If I do that, I usually want to create this as a separate copy so that the students aren't necessarily editing my blank template. And then the last option is the one that I use most commonly, which is make a copy for each student. This keeps the document title that I've given it, adds the student's name to that title, and allows each student to edit their own document without altering my original or without them overriding each other's work. Over on the right-hand side, you can assign this to multiple classes. Alternatively, if you're assigning it to just one class, you can select all the students or select a subgroup of the students. Great for differentiation. Additionally, the category will allow you to select a category from your grading buckets. This one's going to be homework. We are going to strongly suggest that you set all due dates for a time that you know that students will best have access to the internet. Topics here, once you create a topic and place a topic, you can select that. That'll help keep both you and your students organized in terms of assignments. Additionally, you can create rubrics within Google Classroom using the plus rubric function. Let's say that you're in the middle of writing an assignment and you're not ready to post it yet, but you don't want to lose all your work. Well, let's look at an assignment. We'll call this draft. All right, I'm in the middle of writing this. I don't want to lose my work, but I also don't want to post this right now. Just close it. And see, it is now here as a draft. It has not posted, but it is sitting here as a draft that you can use. If you want to go back in and edit it, you're now ready to sit down and finish your work. You just click on the three dots, click edit, you're back in. So an interesting thing that I can do for something like a warm-up or a quiz where I want to just post automatically and me not have to worry about going over and clicking post, I can go up here to the drop down, and instead of assigning, I can schedule the assignment. So if I wanted to have this start at 9:53 a.m. tomorrow, piece of cake, it'll do it. It'll actually, once you've scheduled one thing for that class, it'll remember that time and guess that you want it to assign things at that time. So it'll kind of create a default time for each classroom. I often use this so for warm-ups, and it'll just have the default time as the start of class. And if for whatever reason you need to edit the post that's scheduled for a later launch, you can just click the three dots, click on edit, and make any edits you need to make. If you need to turn off scheduling, you would just click the X here, and it turns off the scheduled post. So I am now in period 2, group B, biology. You'll note that in my classwork section, there are no assignments because that assignment that we posted earlier was only posted to period 2, group A. So I can create an assignment here from scratch, or I can reuse a post from a different class. I wanted to share a assignment from group A, so I click on that class, I grab that assignment, and I reuse it. And now I just have pretty much the exact same assignment, and it is now in the other classroom. So if I go to create quiz assignment, it will create a assignment. It's exactly the same as a create an assignment, only it adds this blank Google form, which you then have to edit to turn into a quiz. It is an option. So that's assignment and create quiz assignment. How about question? But you can do either multiple choice question or a short answer question, and then provide instructions. Often I'll do this if I just want to do a one question reading quiz, or if you want to do kind of a check-in with your students and see how they're doing, have them essentially do the electronic version of a FIST to 5. So this might be something useful for you with the distance learning if you want to kind of get those social emotional learning check-ins. This might be a good tool for that. Something to keep in mind if you're using the questions feature is, do you want the students to be able to read and reply to each other? If you do, then you want to keep that checked. If you want to make this just something private, then you would turn that off. And you want students to be able to edit their answers after they submit. If you do want them to be able to edit, you would check that box on. Materials don't have due dates. They have a topic, but there's really not much over here on the right-hand side. You can, of course, do attach and create and all these things and provide lots of instructions. Thank you very much for your time and your attention today. Have a great year.